ladies and gentlemen, all gathered Davido. And the chairman of former NFL chairman, the Warrior boy himself, Amaju Pinnick, they met in court. And Davido is countering the suit. The court case don't start. All of that what you say na joke. Court case don't start. Amaju say make Davido pay 2.3 billion naira because no court show wey they pay 70 million. Israel. Where go put man for the matter? They slam a court case too. He collect 500 million slamming. Court don't decide. Say make Israel not call Pinnick name again for a life first. Pending when they go judge the matter because when they go court to lawyer come represent Davido, but no lawyer come represent Israel. That the matter now, if the man give you the details of this case, and they hear say Davido don't say people when they go to beg Amaju. I also they hear say some of Amaju guys wey don dey plan Davido since they say Amaju fight case for America. Amaju get work, trouble na work. More na see news. Davido challenges Amaju Pinnick's breach of contract suit. According to Arise Television News, he said the case is a debt recovery matter and the claimant should have written a letter of demand first before rushing to court. Afrobeat superstar David Adedeji Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, has filed a preliminary objection to challenge the 2.3 billion breach of contract suit instituted against him and his music label, Davido Music Worldwide Limited, by Brand Hill Investment Company Limited and its chairman, Mr. Amaju Pinnick. Pinnick, a former president of the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, had instituted the 2.3 billion suit before the High Court of Delta State Efron against Davido for an alleged breach of agreement/contract. Specifically, the claimants are asking the court to award the amounts as general damages against Davido following his refusal to honor the agreement and contract reached with him to perform at the 19th edition of the Warrior Again event on October 6, 2023, for which he failed to appear after collecting the sum of $94,500, an equivalent of 70 million naira. They stated that he also incurred additional expenses of $18,000 to secure the private jet chartered to convey the Davido first defendant and his team, yet he refused to show up for the show. At the resumed hearing of the suit, Davido, as a plot to delay the case, had challenged the jurisdiction of the court to entertain the matter. In his preliminary objection, the artist premised his response on the grounds that the case is a debt recovery matter and that the claimant ought to have written a letter of demand first before rushing to court. He further claimed that Soso Berekon is not his agent and does not negotiate performance contracts on his behalf. While the singer claimed that he was not paid for the show and that Soso was not his agent, he however admitted receiving the payment of $94,500 but stated that the sum was payment for only promotion of the show. In the sister case bordering on criminal defamation, Davido through his team of lawyers led by Mr. Norris Quakers, SAN, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, also filed a preliminary objection challenging the jurisdiction of the court on the grounds that the defamatory statements were published online, but the claimants did not show that the defamatory statements were downloaded and viewed in Delta State to give the court jurisdiction. Both matters have been adjourned to December 14, 2023 for the court to rule on the preliminary objections filed in both cases. Also, in the 500 million defamation case filed against Israel, Davido's staff, no defense was filed on behalf of Israel, and the court has already granted the application for injunction restraining Israel from making any defamatory statements against Pinnick. Meanwhile, Pinnick's legal team is led by Mr. Kelechi Onwu, a senior partner in Alege & Co., the law firm of former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Mr. Austin Alege SAN. However, strong indications have emerged that Davido has enlisted many Nigerians to help prevail on Pinnick to withdraw the suit. This day gathered that the many Nigerians, include 3 eminent personalities, are already in talks with Pinnick to see how both parties settle for an out-of-court settlement. It was gathered that Pinnick is insisting on going ahead with the suit due to attempts by Davido to tarnish his hard-earned reputation, despite the unblemished and transparent career he had both as former president of NFF and current role with FIFA, which requires integrity and honesty. This day further gathered that since Davido, also an American, pressures have intensified by Pinnick's friends, associates, and international partners for him to file a suit in the United States against Davido and his associates for alleged fraud and cyberbullying. They referred to the current travails of PDD, who already facing multiple investigations, accusations and suits bordering on sexual abuse and sleeping with people, and R. Kelly, who is currently serving a prolonged term of imprisonment for similar offenses. They opined that since Davido does not want to curtail his excesses and penchant for crimes, he could pay for his sins in the US, where the justice system is transparent and credible. Wale Igbinsade. See, I no be lawyer, but when I dey school, my department with the faculty of law dey together. So when I hear stupid defense, I don't know. Sometimes some senior advocates of Nigeria go just collect people money, go give stupid defense for court. Neither do they do the video so. Okay, 94,000 naira na for promotion. CNN, you go show us the channel. When you say they promote, when I say they pay you $94,000, and you show us similar invoices of what people don't pay before for you to prove beyond reasonable doubt that actually it is a promotion. And then Amaju will equally show you places and scenarios when they have used social media to book you and you go to the event. Then you can't explain that time. Whether another social media record, I don't turn to your agent now. You guys get it up with that. $94,000 hits your account. You don't go show. Refund money. You say the man a thief. He wants to take Koyi by all means. He do this, he do that. Then they carry you go court now. You don't dey beg. You don't dey beg, Abi. You are saying the case of cyberbullying. What did they tell you now is that the case of cyberbullying when you do now online in poster. So a court in a full data state does not have the jurisdiction to handle that matter. No problem. But transfer that case now. Go Abuja High Court. Shall you get lawyers? These are when we say stop oppressing people. This is the video hold on too much nervous. I like your musical, but a spade is a spade. We say it as the truth. How many times have you heard anybody tell us say they pay whiskey for show you no come? Not only you. So then this one will say I pay this money. This one will say I pay this money. So now Amaju don't talk. And he talk now. That is rare. When apart from the ring bell, you not do another work. Join the insult. Anyway, that billionaire square. What I quarrel tire and I will tell us the result. But as far as this case is concerned, I can assure you Davido will refund more than he collected. He might not refund in billions. But may not think maybe that 70 million. When they say pay. As a matter of fact, he will refund in dollars and damages and time wasted. Then defamation of character. Watch the news. When he said lawyer and I go defend the case, there was nobody in court to defend Israel case. You see, Mumu. Neither do you claim with this. 2 billion, that's a quarrel. You and your papa, they Benin. When they don't buy you Venza yesterday, you dey join, they put mat, they insult them. Oh, they don't go think. Now that they are saying they should file a case against you in America, so and the American government will take that seriously. There's a contract binding, my brother. There's a contract that you signed. If you are not going to go for that show, you go pet the man. But because you don't dey shout for people since and they go scot free with them, you think you can do this? Anyway, people when Davido send me, they go beg Amaju. I remember that beg and join. I know why Amaju dey vex now. Now because you say don't destroy many people career as footballers. Now that one dey vex am. Because you want to tarnish his image. And his image is a strong one. He's on the board of FIFA. For a full village, nobody don achieve am before. Now you won't use any talk at this point. Because now you talk pass. Forget say na Woribo you dey deal with. We stubborn. We stubborn. Woribo no see money fight, you go use him hand. If you like, you kill am. That move of not coming for Wori again, I understand why you pulled it. But what I do not agree with is why you dey rake. Say you must call the Delta State, not in the video. My brother na Delta State, he get where governor no dey go. Go answer Ire Mami. He dey tell am where go pass on Wori. He get where governor no dey go. Governor no say for Asabara, me get this side. See, for Ugemi here, he get one time, king divide the Ugemi into two. He said, now okay, get this side, now me get this side. We stubborn. And they tell them, say, you know governor, you go come again. Even governor, if they come Wori, he get some people wey go tell, say, they come, you never know anything.